So we've got the STI back in. He's hit 1,000 miles on it already, so it's time for his oil change to multi-oil. But we're also installing his BTI 3.5-inch gauge. So this is going to go basically right here. So this gauge pod we've actually printed before a couple times. So I'm pretty familiar with this pod. It's going to go obviously right here, but I've never done it with the BTI gauge. So we're going to see how this all fits. I had to make a small modification on the back of our gauge pod to get it to fit. Basically just kind of enlarging the hole because the connector's a little bit on the tight side. But this is where the BTI gauge sits, and I think that's like perfect, man. Like it sits right on the dash. Seems a little bit on the loose side, but nothing crazy. You know, I don't think it's gonna come out or anything. We could probably it wouldn't hurt to put a little bit of like some type of felt tape underneath here to keep it from moving, but it rests basically on the dash, so I don't think we're gonna have any problems with that. And I think it's like a perfect like eye level shot. So we've got the wires ran down anyways, and so all we got to do now is run this across, feed it through the dash to the other side of the ECU, go ahead and toss that over there, and then get it all wired up. So unfortunately I don't have the wires routed. As you can see, I've got everything apart, and I've kind of made my little ghetto jumper over there. So the CAN wideband currently is disconnected though, so I can wire it in. I've got to order the Link CAN T so I can have two CAN bus items there, but the gauge does work. So this unit is all touchscreen here. So we're just kind of playing around with it just to see what's all available to us. I know you can change a lot of the settings as well. I'm just not really too sure how to do it just yet, since I've just been playing around with it. But yeah, as you can see, that's it right there. So I'm super stoked to be a dealer for these guys. I think it's a very good quality gauge for what you're getting. The response could be a little bit better in my opinion. It is transmitting at 1 megabyte per second, which is like the fastest you can get, but you can see that there's a little bit of a lag in between it. So but overall I think it works well as like a complement gauge. Like I wouldn't use this to replace like your actual gauge cluster obviously, but you know, it's good to use it for something that you're just looking at. So like, you know, fuel pressure, AFR and stuff like that. So overall I think it's a very good product, and I think it looks damn good as well. Another feature that this gauge has is that you're able to add analog inputs and outputs to be able to do this type of stuff here. So like I said, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of learning here and reading, but definitely a really cool gauge. So I have the shift light set really low, 3,000 RPMs or so, just to show you guys how bright this little LED is. And keep in mind that this is completely daytime at the moment. That's one other thing too, is that the built-in warnings are here. I have it set low for temperature. As you see, it hit 201 on the water temp, and it gave us a warning. So pretty cool stuff. So check out the shift light though. So it's pretty damn bright. I don't know if the video is going to show it that well, but in person it's like super bright. So even in the daytime, there ain't no way you're missing that one. Well, we're still having problems with the STI. The good news is that the Link CAN connector showed up, so I'm able to run the wideband and the BTI gauge all at the same time now. So there's definitely that. More data never hurt anybody. All right, hopefully this doesn't fall off or anything while we're doing this run, but I'm just gonna do one last pull and just see if it makes any real difference here after the car's cooled down. We're up to temp at the moment, so let's run it.